Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 22 and the second part of this experiment where we're taking a look at what would happen if you had the best possible player in the game. Now unfortunately I did already record this episode but for some reason there was a problem between YouTube and me getting it uploaded, so that didn't work out, and since then the file has been deleted from my computer. So here we are doing this the second time around, which means it will be even better than the first time. Now you can see on the screen here a little review of what our best player in the world got up to in the last episode. If you haven't seen that, you'll probably want to go and take another look. We did start him out at Dorking, where he had a fantastic time, a couple of seasons there, before moving to West Ham for just £12,000. Not quite sure how West Ham got away with that one. Then he moved to PSG after a few years at West Ham, 110 million, before finally moving to Bayern Munich for £114 million. So what has been refreshing about the experiment this year is the fact that he has moved with proper transfers. I haven't had to intervene. He's just moved on to other teams, and he seems quite happy at Bayern Munich, so it'll be interesting to see if he does move to another club or not. You can also see his biography here, everything that he's managed to achieve so far, including European Championship with England. So he's had a very good time up to this point. And what we're going to do today is go all the way to the end of his career, and we'll take a look at what else he manages to get up to and if he can finally win that World Cup with England. So let's go ahead now to the end of his career and see how he manages to get on. So when we left off, it was the end of the 31-32 season. The following year, you can see a pretty brilliant start for Bayern Munich with their victory in the Super Cup and then smashing everybody, including Manchester United, 3-1 at home in the Champions League. We won't linger too much on some of these competitions. You can see they do win the German Cup, but they do lose the Champions League, which is a little bit of a shame. The following season, Club World Championship in the bag, 2-0 win over Man City, some big wins in that one, another Super Cup, an immaculate start to the season, no defeats whatsoever. Champions League, they make it into the Champions League final, smashing his former team West Ham 6-2. They win the German Cup, but they lose the final on penalties, so out of the Champions League final 2 years in a row. Again, another beautiful season. Look at all those wins. But then they managed to beat PSG on penalties, beat Juventus in the semi-finals, win another German Cup, and lose in the final again, 2-1 to Man United at this point. 3-2 in the Super Cup, another unbeaten start before in the Champions League, managed to overcome a 3-1 defeat to make it into the next round. They beat Real Madrid quite comfortably. They make it through the semi-finals quite comfortably. They win another German Cup, and they finally win the Champions League, a 2-0 victory over Hertha Berlin, helping them to finally break that curse of so many lost finals. They also win the European Super Cup, another very good season through the round, and they back it up with another Champions League victory, another Champions League final. That must be 5 or 6 in a row now, but another Champions League win, 2 in a row, double European champions, and they finish that off by being double world champions. He scored 4 goals over United in that final to knock that one out. Another season, and this time they actually don't make it to the final. They lose to United in the semis there. Following season, they don't make it out of their group. 3-2 defeat to West Ham, 3-1 defeat to Atalanta, and then a couple of draws as well. I mean, that's so poor, but it does mean he manages to win a Europa League 4-0, scoring in that final as well. I think that means he's won the Champions League, Europa League and Conference League now. They are all in his bag. They also win the European Super Cup, showing that they probably should have been in the Champions League, and they do follow it up with another Champions League title. So he's picking up absolutely plenty of European silverware. It's obviously a given that they win the league every season. They do lose another final, 4-1 here to United. He could have had so many Champions League titles if they'd just been a little bit better in these finals. But they do get another one, 2-0 over Liverpool that time. And we are coming close to the end of his career. But look at this season, all green, all the way through until a 4-1 defeat there. But even there, they managed to win it on penalties. And then a couple of draws before losing in the final to United. Yet again. Now he does retire sometime around here. Another Champions League final defeat, 3-1. He goes down. I think he's still there at this point, but let's just see if we can find him among the goal scorers anywhere, because he may well have retired by now. It does look like he might well be gone. I can't see any goals from him in this season. He has pretty much no injury chance. They do make another final without him, which they also lose. So it might be that this Champions League final could have been his last game. Yeah, it looks like he won the German Cup, scoring in that game, but then he lost the final to City, so couldn't win that one. If we just have a look at the past winners here, you can see he had a very, very good time bit when joining Bayern Munich. A victory here, 2, 3, 4, 5 Champions League titles. The sad thing is that he could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. He could have had 12 Champions Leagues, but he finishes with just the 5. That could have been so much better for him. I suppose he did win one PSG as well, didn't he? But that is a shame. And if you look at the past winners of the Bundesliga, you can see they won every single Bundesliga title with them. It's been a long time since someone else won the Bundesliga now. It is the Bayern Munich trophy at this point. Plenty of German Cups as well. We just have a quick look at that one. You can see there were a few years where they didn't do it, but overall pretty much winning that time after time. So a very good record with Bayern Munich. If we just have a look at their player records, or how do I do this? Let's have a look. Records here. Most league goals, still Gerd Müller. He has got the highest average rating now. Just see if he pops up anywhere else. Most assists in a season with 34. Most man of the match awards with 23. It's pretty nice going there. He's not even their highest transfer fee, which is quite interesting. We will just, before I bring up his biography, also have a look at how he got on with the national team. Obviously, he will have retired a little bit earlier in the national team, but you can see the European Championship, but he's already won one of these, and it starts off quite well. 4-0, 1-1. He's getting quite a few goals here. Hat-trick against Ukraine. Germany, 3-3. He scores 3 penalties, including in the shootout there, to get past Germany. 4-0 over Belgium, 3-1 over Croatia, and then he scores a hat-trick in the final against Spain. A very good performance there. The next season they do lose in the International League semi-final. This is a World Cup. I mean, that's a lot of goals. That's 3, 6, 7 goals there. And then he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals. 7 goals, 2 games in a row at the World Cup. He's already broken the record for the most goals in the World Cup at this point. They get out the group. He gets another hat-trick to take him to 17. He scores 4 against Spain to take him to 21. He scores 4 against China. I don't know what China are doing in the quarterfinals, but that's 25 goals at that World Cup. And against Portugal, he scores 2 more, but it's not enough. 27 goals. And then he scores a penalty against Germany as they take 3rd place. 28 goals he got at that World Cup. He is without doubt the all-time top goal scorer in World Cups. That is incredible. We'll check back on that record in a little bit. Lose another International League though. You can see European Championship 3-0, 3-2, 3-2. Get out the group. 3-0 against Croatia, 3-2 against France. And then penalty shootout. They managed to beat Germany on penalties again, absolutely turning the tables on Germany on penalties, but they lose to Scotland on penalties. He scores twice to put England 2-0 up, but they absolutely blow it, and then they lose the penalty shootout as well, so they miss out on another European Championship, they lose another International League, and they actually get knocked out the World Cup on penalties by Switzerland. I don't know why he's not on the score sheet or in the penalty shootout round there, unless he was maybe missing, but that is embarrassing to go out to Switzerland. So still without a World Cup at this point. Now the European Championship that he's involved in does score some more goals, but they go out to France this time in the 2nd round. Another International League failure, and then another World Cup where 5-0, 2-0. He might not even be at this World Cup, you know. I think he's retired by this point. He has retired by this point. Because he's not in any more of these games. So if we go back the previous year, his last game is actually this 3-2 win over San Marino, which he does score in. So he never wins a World Cup with England, which is quite a surprise, to be honest. And if we just have a look here at his career stats, well, actually, if you look at his England record, 223 goals in 208 games. But his career stats here are pretty special. 613 goals in 756 league games. Even more impressive when you add in that you've got 994 goals and assists in all of his games, which is, I mean, it's just really, really special the way that has all played out. So many goal contributions. Not quite getting to that goal a game record, which you would like. But if we have a look at his biography, I mean, you can pause the screen and have a look at this if you want. 68 competition wins in his career, 2 European Championships. He's won 7 Champions League titles, a Euro Cup, European Super Cup. He's won quite a lot of French Cups. The Vanarama National League South is in there. The German Super Cup 11 times. Club World Championship 3 times with 2 clubs. Trophy de Champion. International League, he did manage to win 3 times as well. And then 12 Bundesliga titles to add to 3 League titles. It's a shame he didn't win more with West Ham, really, because he did spend a good amount of time there. But he did turn them into a Champions League team, which is impressive in and of itself. So a pretty good time of it. You see, he does become a manager, but he's not a very good one, and he only has a B licence, which means that it's very hard for him to get a job in football. And I went through forward a few years and he didn't manage to make a job in the end. So a little bit of a shame that he wasn't able to take that to the next level and become a great manager as well. Even if I tried to bump his stats up with that National League B licence, he just wouldn't ever become a good manager. But he was probably the greatest player of all time, although without that World Cup to his name, will he ever be up there with the likes of Pelé and Maradona? Because that is always the yardstick. 2 European Championships put him up there with Messi and Ronaldo, but I don't think he's quite at the Maradona Pelé level without those World Cups. But that is that for this experiment. Apologies for the long break between the 2 episodes going up. Technical issues at play. But if you did enjoy it, drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. But until next time, see ya.